Hey, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Internet Friends, the episode where we saw the future and it's not looking great.
Fellow greetings to both of you. What's your boggle? What's your boggle already?
Subject change. I actually want to bring that to vernacular, by the way, because that's, as an ADHD person, that's great.
Yeah.
Subject change.
Oh man, I'll let you finish your intro.
I mean, that was it, pretty much. I'm
Okay.
all for it.
The vernacular of this movie, we did Demolition Man, by the way, is
Just go straight into it. Just like, so, anyways, our homework was Demolition, and I actually took notes this time.
I took a few because I was like, I really wanted to talk about this movie because this is a comfort movie of mine. And I hadn't watched it in a few years. And then when I was watching it, I was like, oh no, there's like a bunch of stuff that I hadn't like pinged before this viewing that I really want to talk about. And I don't know where we should start.
Well, it's my first viewing. I'm pretty sure it's Bree's first too.
I thought you said you liked the movie.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God. I am so happy to have shared this with both of you.
Everything I know about this movie has basically been explained to me. And like, it's one of those things where it's just like, I just like watching it, like having somebody explain it with no context.
Okay. All right, no, I'm so happy about this. What did you both think?
It is a movie that feels like ChatGPT wrote it.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And specifically, I think one of my first notes I have on here, like early on, is just like, this is the future that Sam Altman and Jensen Wong want.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It is.
Oh,
well, yeah, kind of just giving my general consensus. It is late 80s, early 90s action movie as hell. It knows exactly what it is. However, I think the only actor who knew what movie he was in was Wesly Snipes. Everybody else was maybe playing it a little too straight. And there's a lot of finer points that obviously I want to go into. But yeah, it's definitely a fun movie to watch. You need to go in ready to just be like, it's like the moment you try taking this movie seriously, you've already done it wrong.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bree?
Well,
I'm gonna guess you didn't like it.
Well, I'm not. That's strong words.
Okay.
So, it's so funny because anytime I'm like watching a movie and it's like it's one of your pick, like I told my partner, I was like, yes, I spent the evening watching Demolition Man, and he's like, oh, why? So I feel like it's many of your picks, just like, what? What do you mean? Why are you doing that? I'm like, it's a Seth pick, so that's where we're here. I was trying to figure out if this is explicitly cop propaganda or some sort of other propaganda. It's definitely propaganda.
It's in propaganda.
Absolutely,
it is propaganda. Absolutely. It's actually funny. This week, not having a homework assignment, I actually watched the 2012 Dread. Which is also like a propaganda flick, very kind of similar but slightly different tone. But I was just like, man, like propaganda really is just super obvious if you know what to look for.
Yeah.
Excessive force is always the way to go. So excessive force, how cops do their job well, and just let them do it. Come on, liberals.
That was one of the things that was one of the angles that I wanted to approach, is that like, this movie absolutely states that if the police are not allowed to commit violence, they are ineffectual.
Yes.
And speaking to Dredd, I think this same year, Sylvester Stallone was also in a Judge Dredd movie.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it came up in conversation.
No. Fair.
But yeah, this movie is also like incredibly 90s right wing.
Yeah,
like we can't have regulation.
Yeah, it takes that weird criticizing neoliberalism while also criticizing, like, well, not even criticizing libertarianism, but like celebrating libertarianism.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, this movie, this viewing I really enjoyed. Wesly Snipes is the highlight of it for me.
Without a doubt. He is having so much
fun. Just a joy. And you're right. I think he is the only one who really like got it.
Yeah, I one of like his early like intro fight scenes, they're using like a lot of like Sega-y like digital music kind of stuff like that. It's just like, why is this making me think of playing the Sega Dreamcast right now? Because it just has like the really loud boing kind of like sounds every time like he does a jump or a kick or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
But also intercut with
goofy.
like some like DJ kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The music in this movie is ridiculous too. It seems to change entirely scene to scene. Like they just got a different composer for like every moment.
Oh yeah, like it's definitely all over the place soundtrack. Kind of going back to some of the writing is like the writing in this is so all over the place to be nice.
My first note was that this dialogue is expository. My God, like the first thing, they're like, "Hey, captain of our squad, what's going on here?" I'm just like, they
Sandra
did not
Bullock, like I know Sandra Bullock's delivery of her lines is intentional for the character, but holy shit,
they're bad. Also, it hasn't been that long, and if she is as obsessed with like, as she calls it, the 20th culture, as she claims to be, she would not screw up like, we're gonna blow this guy away, we're gonna kick some ass. Like she would have figured that out. But every time, and this is a character choice, I'm sure, she delivers the wrong thing with this smirk of like, yeah, I really nailed that. And I'm like, yeah, you did. You fucking did it.
You tried your best.
Yeah.
Yeah, going back to weird writing choices. So all the guns in the museum are loaded.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I was thinking about like they really are not reserving ammo, but I hadn't even thought about the fact that they were all loaded.
Yeah, they were all in a museum. Like they were supposed to just be on display. They were not. It wasn't like an actual armory. Like what the fuck?
Oh.
It's an excellent point. I did not even consider that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It's a good thing that there's an actual gun person on this movie to be like, yeah. So wait, they just left the ammo in the museum guns?
The cannon has a ball in it?
That's like back when I was at Tower of London last year, because I was at the British Armory. Like I could just grab the bejeweled Tiffany Glock and just start shooting people in England with it. Everybody'd be like, where did he get a Tiffany Glock? It's like, oh, we left it in the glass case in the London Tower. We didn't think an American would show up.
It reminds me of the Simpsons joke where they visit like a Civil War like reenactment kind of thing, and they're like, and this is one of our historic cannons, and then they showcase that it's directly set up in front of one of the guard towers, and then a car comes streaming in and hits it and knocks it over, and then they go, and it would be ridiculous if we kept that loaded because it's an antique cannon.
Excellent point.
Yeah,
the dialogue, I wrote a note that everyone is speaking like it's their first time doing it, and that's exactly like they've never tried talking before. They said, let's try today, let's see how it goes. And that's how I felt about every single line delivery in this movie.
Well, that goes back to like, this is the world that like OpenAI and NVIDIA want, where it's just like they do the walking around and they're asking their communicator. It's just like, how do I do my job? How do I do things?
Yeah,
like it's just like nobody intuitively knows how to do anything. It's always got to be like, must ask robot how to do things.
When they're walking up to Wesley Snipes and he's at the what is it? The self-esteem booth.
Yeah.
And
and I have a note specifically on that of just like, oh, it's ChatGPT therapy.
Yep. What is the line? You bring joy feelings to all around you. But the cop is like, okay, what do I say? And it's like, approach the suspect and say in a firm voice to get down and put your hands behind your back. And he does it. And he's like, he didn't do it. Okay. Reaffirm in a much firmer voice. It's like, yeah, you're right. It's just ChatGPT.
Yup. We're getting there.
Yeah.
It's how it definitely feels. Oh, man. Yeah.
I was gonna say, just a random note. I love the Japanese influence. I'm not sure why it's there, but I do think it's kind of a fun detail.
I think that is because of the the mindset of the movie that is like, this is the future the woke left wants, is
Right.
that like everything is multi cultural, like people
Oh.
dress very
Yeah, the
multiculturally.
homogenization of everything leads to
Mm.
Yeah.
nothing,
And that's
essentially.
bad. That's
Yeah,
bad.
that's bad. Well, because Dennis Leary, even when he's talking to Beetlejuice, he's like, "What are you wearing? You look like a couch, and your hair. Pick one color." And it's like he's got a poof of white. Leave him
Right.
alone. Also, Dennis Leary, something that really stood out to me in this viewing was when they all go to the underground city, which is an exact copy of every underground city from every early 90s movie ever. It really brought up some Super Mario vibes for me on this viewing. But he catches them and he's like, "Oh, you guys are here to kill me." He's like, "Oh, this." And then they're like, "We don't, who are you? We don't." And my note was, "Oh, he thinks he's the main character." And then he keeps going on like he's the like proposed villain of the movie with his monologue, and I'm like, dude, they don't know who you are.
Poor
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, and I did really kind of think, especially as things went on, where it's just like, dude, like, where's this plot going?
Yeah. Regulation's bad. Anything that's bad for you has to be made illegal. Also, what's the rest of the world like? Because we know that California
Yeah,
is only like this because of the big one of 010.
right.
Um, what's the rest of the world like? Are they all
I
following Cocteau's plan?
I have to imagine that this is like some like kind of like North Korea situation where it's just like
Okay.
everything in the outside world bad, everybody trying to get rid of us kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Safe here. I imagine
Mm.
that's probably the vibe.
I like to imagine that everything outside of California, like California is still lush and green, and a lot of the buildings are still there. And then everything beyond the borders is just Mad Max world.
Yeah.
As far as we know. So
It's the same
Yeah.
universe, basically. Mad
Yeah.
Max and Demolition Man are taking place in the same.
While this movie is happening, Road Warrior is happening. Or
that would be so good.
I love that.
Going back to something you said is that like Aaron, is that this is a very like early 90s action movie. And that's something I love about it, is that this exists in a very fun time for action movies where we have transitioned away from the like roided out macho men just shooting people up, but we haven't quite gotten to the like hyper conceptual face off, the Matrix, all of
Yeah.
that of the 90s. And so this exists perfectly in between those two. It's trying to do both while simultaneously not doing either one well.
Right.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with the action of this that makes it kind of hard to watch in a certain, or at least suspend disbelief. Specifically, once the gunfighting starts, like it's just like, can anybody hit any fucking target or
Yeah.
thing that they're aiming at?
And the hand is terrible too. The fight choreography is awful in this. Everyone is
Yeah.
waiting for the next move to happen. I was like, honestly, that's how I feel about this movie in general. I was like, we did one take for everything. We did not
Yeah.
do a second draft for the script. We did not do a second run of like it takes. They just went top to bottom first run, and they're like, that's fine. It's an action movie.
It's worked out great. It's whatever.
Yeah, I think the one line that like really kind of like made me sad and also just been like, oh god, this is really where we're heading, was when Sandra Bullock was like, abortion is illegal, but also you need a permit to get pregnant. I'm just like, oh fuck. That feels too real.
Yeah, it does. Also, though, I having had to purchase lube from a Walmart recently, they lock up
It's all locked
any
behind
form
everything.
of but the lube is just out, at least at my location. And I was like, oh, so they're cool with people having sex, but if I buy a condom, I gotta go and get a
Yeah.
helper. I gotta press that
Yeah.
little button and then be ignored for 15 minutes. This feels like Trump's America.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back the days where all you had to do was go to the student union building. There was just a bucket where it was just like, hey, grab free condoms, kids.
My first time buying condoms, I like grabbed them, wrapped them in a magazine because I was like, I don't want anybody to see that I'm doing this. And then I got up to the self checkout and then like quickly like tossed the magazine, scanned it, threw it in the bag. I was so fucking nervous buying them.
I was the opposite. I was trying to play it so cool, so I was just like, I bought like the big box of condoms and like the giant like Rockstar energy drink. I was trying to be so cool about it. It's just like, I'm going hard tonight. Yeah.
I want everyone in this
18-year-old me.
Amazing.
Really? That was your first time? I was 16 when I bought them the first time.
Oh, so I
didn't use them, but I still bought them.
So my mom being a registered nurse was basically slipping me condoms since I was like 12.
Oh, okay.
And like again,
too young.
I didn't lose my virginity until I was 18. So it was just like they basically were there for like pranks and just doing dumb stuff.
I remember that because, like I said, I bought mine at 16, and then I didn't lose my virginity for a year. So every once in a while, I would have to like open the drawer that they were in and check the expiration date.
Oh,
Good on you. Good on you.
Thank you.
When I was moving, there was a drawer where I still had a bunch of condoms in it. And it was just like I was like going through them. It was just like 2 years expired, 3 years expired.
Oh, that's either a good moment or a very sad moment when you're having to throw away condoms because they're expired. How do we feel about Taco Bell being the only franchise in existence?
You know what? I was gonna say I love I'm like, one, I'd be honored to be invited to Taco Bell. That sounds like a great time. And I love that they have these flasks, and I'm like, they're all drinking Baja Blast out of these really fancy flasks. And I love this experience for them. I want to host this party.
An incredible rendition of Jolly Green Giants being played, and you're downing a Baja Blast.
Oh, that was another one. Every song was commercials. I was just like, oh god, that's another place we're fucking heading directly to.
Yeah.
Everything's a fucking advertisement.
All music except for advertisements. Fun fact, though, quickly about, and a lot of people know this, but Taco Bell, they approved to be in this movie. And the production team created their own like futuristic logo. Taco Bell saw that futuristic logo, liked it so much that that's why the entire color scheme of Taco Bell changed in the 90s and went from the old like yellow, brown, and red to purple and yellow, is because of Demolition Man and because they liked
that.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense, yeah.
And also in some European territories where Taco Bell wasn't like notable or there, they dubbed it with Pizza Hut.
Oh, interesting. Unfortunate. Pizza Hut's the worst.
Yeah, I mean, I had Pizza Hut recently and it was fine. I'm a Domino's man. I actually am a Little Caesars man, and that's the worst of the worst. But
I will fuck with Domino's till the day I die. I'm ride or die for Domino's. So I get that.
I love their thin crust, that like paper thin, crunchy. It's cut into squares. Love it.
It's consistent. You know exactly what you're getting. There's no, getting hot, like especially like a day where I know I don't have work the next day. I'm getting high as fuck. I'm ordering 2 pizzas, the Parmesan little things and the cinnamon stuff. Like, fuck yeah, that's an evening.
So if there's any pizza brands out there looking to sponsor us, just know like we're available.
Yes.
Yeah. Domino's, what are you doing?
Hey. Okay. So this was both of your first viewing. And there is something in this movie that I picked up on my first viewing, and then it has since become a popularized theory thanks to How Did This Get Made? At any point during this movie, before the weird VR sex scene, did you think it was going to be revealed that Sandy Bullock was John Spartan's daughter?
No.
Really?
Oh, I feel like
I
had,
could
like,
see
slightest
it,
inkling,
but
like,
I'm like,
they brushed it aside so quickly, so I didn't really think about it.
No, for me, it's that like as soon as he's unfrozen, she knows exactly what happened to his wife. Then
Mhm.
they keep returning to it and her being like, "Hey, I can look up. We can find your daughter." And him being like, "No, no, no, I don't want to do it." And like it gets brought up like 3 times before the sex scene. And on my first
Mhm.
viewing, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be revealed." And then they she was like, "Hey, I want to have sex with you." And I was like, "No, you don't. No, you definitely don't
No.
want to do that." She's obsessed with the 20th. She's like, I think in my way of thinking about it, at some point there was a draft of the script where she was the daughter, and then
Sure,
they
I
were
could see that
like,
a direction that they played with.
yeah, and then they were like, no, we need a love interest, but then they didn't care enough to rewrite the whole script, so they just wrote the second half of it, and they were
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
she's a love
I
interest
can
now.
very much see that,
Yeah,
yes.
no. They typically just like, and then these characters bang, kind of.
Yeah, that is a
Boy, girl,
weird.
so
That
Well,
VR sex scene is so weird.
it is. Like, it's imaginative for the time. I also have here as a note, is like, that was the most unearned boobs in an action movie ever.
Yes.
just like, hey, this isn't quite at an R rating yet. We actually need to have, like, a naked woman in it. Oh, like, random telephone call.
Yeah.
Like, woman in towels, like, oops, sorry. It's just like, there was no
she's
reason.
so casual.
There was
She's like, oh, hey, Greg.
reason
I
for
was
that at
thinking,
all.
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. But this also speaks to the like death of the late 80s action movie and late 80s horror as well,
Yeah.
where like there was a period between like 87 to 92 where they were just like, well, we got to put tits in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that was running since like the 70s. They were kind of doing that. But granted, like that's when we started getting more slasher style films and all that kind of stuff. And so
Yeah.
the shock value was more of what they were going for.
Yeah. I love that scene. Funny, because I actually watched this over a couple of different days. Because I was actually in the middle of rewatching it when my power went out before we did it. We were supposed to do it last week.
Mhm.
I started up the movie again today, and it opened on that scene, and I was like, I was like 10 minutes past this. Why did it rewind when reloading it?
That's hilarious.
It was just like, hey, just so you remember, boobs are in this movie.
Yep. Boobs are here.
Yeah.
I also love the whole like rehabilitation thing where they're like, while you're in ice jail, we're
Yeah.
going to reprogram your brain to where you just love knitting. We're not going to erase anything, but we're just going to make it that you love knitting.
Yeah, I love the assumption this movie made because, like, it assumed, like, oh yeah, in about 4 years we'll be able to, like, cryogenically, like, imprison and freeze people.
We're that close.
And that's considered
so
a
close.
punishment for criminals. It's just like, we're gonna put you in stasis. Like, I'm confused.
It is funny. And I don't remember when the LA riots were happening, but it is very funny that they were like, in 1993, they were like, in 3 or 4 years, the Hollywood sign's going to be on fire. All of Los Angeles is going to be just this war zone, and we will have freezing technology.
Yeah. Just very ambitious goals for us in 4 years. They explained it away too, eventually, but like I remember being really bothered in like the early part of this movie with like Wesley Snipes just knows how to use all the technology of this era.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like this guy would ostensibly be a boomer now and just knows how all technology works, and then like there's just like, oh yeah, no, like we were programming you while you were frozen. It's just like that's a cop out, but at least you took the time to explain it.
Appreciate that.
Why was he racist to the children in the museum?
Oh
It's
my
a
god, that was so, it was so weird. I sometimes forget like how casual racism works because like it just we watch movies like this and it just like happens and I'm like, oh, I forgot that like people did that and it was so random and for no reason. I'm just like, what is
I remember there was actually I forget who I was watching, but somebody was talking about how like Gen X and in the 90s like casual racism thing was basically this. It's like, see, now we're above this. Like we can just like
Oh, it was like ironic racism.
Yeah, basically, like kind of like the idea where it's, like it was during that whole like political correctness and the like swing like kind of against it, where it was just kind of like, it's just like, hey, like civil rights are done and everything else. Like it's like we could just say these things now. It's just like, no, that's not how that works, guys.
No,
Definitely not.
that is definitely not. Yeah. Yeah.
As you said earlier, like in like that this does kind of exist between like two eras of these types of movies, and I wonder if that's why, like, obviously we weren't going into this being like it's a phenomenal movie. I was surprised how bored I was by this movie. I was expecting to
Really?
just be like I just was not like seeing where it was going. Like I feel
That
like the
second act
trajectory
does
doesn't look.
drag. That second
Yes,
act drags.
exactly.
Yeah.
I was definitely like second viewing this one, like, and I usually like try to like pay attention so I could take notes. This one I really was not like. I was like, okay, I think I kind of understand what's going on. But like I just was not drawn to any of this, like even in a fun way. I don't think it's awful by any means. It's just like it was just like very whatever for me. So I
No.
have a page of notes, and it's mostly about my biggest note is that John Spartan sucks. He destroyed $7 million worth of property for one child. And again, this is how they justify excessive force.
Yeah. Oh, they justify it by having the little girl be like, "Fuck you, lady," on the news.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Being
worth
questioned
that. I'm
about
just like, one, cops would never do that for one child, especially
No.
a
No.
child.
No.
It's just like, oh, there are children in there. It's just like, well, we'll wait for the shooter to finish them off before we go in.
I would say, are they white
Yeah.
children? Hold on. Maybe that would be the only exception, but
Oh God.
he's the worst.
Yeah, he's bad.
The worst.
I do get that though, that it's kind of boring because like you have the first little bit, there's like so much happening. You've got the opening,
Mhm.
you've got and then like Wesley Snipes goes to confront Cocteau and then he fucks off and they're like, all right, well, let's go to Taco Bell. Let's have an awkward sex scene and then we'll pick this up in
Right.
the morning.
Right.
And then there's like a little thing that happens and then they're like, all right, well, now we're going to let you investigate for a minute and you're going to go meet up with Cocteau and tell him his plans. And there's so much like,
Yeah, it's just like now,
Mhm.
it's just like there's now a bunch of exposition that we realized that we didn't account for whatsoever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, and like it is like a really weird play on the isekai kind of story. Like again, man out of time, but it's just like again, it's so ham-fisted in its politics that it's kind of pushing. Where it's just like, okay, I get it. The future liberals want it. It's just like, nah, this feels more like what the evangelical Christians want. Anyways, moving on.
That was something I noticed too, because like I said, this movie is very like early 90s conservative. It is not modern day conservative at all.
Nope.
Like
Right.
this kind of world is like what they want.
Yeah.
Another thing that I noticed in the list of parole hearings when they pull up after they get the alert for the murder death kill, which redundant by the way.
Yeah. Shit.
Scott Peterson was the next one after Wesley Snipes to have his parole hearing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What a fun little Easter egg.
I don't even think that had happened yet. I think it was just a random name that they threw in there.
No.
Well,
That's
Wesley Snipes has like the line of just like definitely Jeffrey Dahmer.
I love that guy. And then he immediately kills all the people who could thaw out Jeffrey Dahmer. And I'm like, dude, you wanted to meet Dahmer. You could have waited like another 30 minutes. But I guess they do say never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. So fair. So true.
Yeah, no. Speaking of like the how this is like feels more like modern conservatism in terms of like what the world is like. I was just like literally my first note was like purity culture wins.
Yep.
Yay. Was literally like how I interpreted it as opposed to like future the liberals one. It's just like, oh, the Puritan Gen Zers won. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't swear, you can't smoke, can't do anything.
Can't have sex, can't exchange fluids.
Yeah.
Oh
Your
god,
fluids are gross.
I was instantly like trying to just like, oh god, it's the kink community talking about fluid bonding. I was just like, god damn it. Too many parallels.
There's
Oh
so
my
much
God.
here. Oh no. Not only did they predict the iPad, they predicted everything else too.
Uh,
But at least we say I'll FaceTime you later instead of I'll fiber opt you back.
can I just say, never FaceTime me?
Me
Fair.
neither. Please don't. I won't
Fair,
answer.
Yeah. I see people like randomly publicly FaceTiming, just like randomly at like all the time. I'm just like, no.
Yeah,
Don't even
what
call
is
me.
that? Yeah, one, I don't want to be called. I don't want to be FaceTimed. But like the people, and especially when they don't have like earbuds in and it's just the video chat full volume on the bus. And it's like, what are you doing?
Headphones
Stop.
are not that expensive. Get some skull candy. Like I just feel like
Yeah.
no
There's
one has
evidently a
headphones.
great deal on Snapchat right now, or TikTok right now. All of my ads have been, did you hear that Skull Candy met up with Beats and they're selling these on the TikTok shop right now? Every single ad.
Oh my god.
Wow.
TikTok
Sorry, I
shop is the
interrupted you.
worst.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Again, going back to the whole like basically like everything's just becoming ads. Everything's just advertisements now.
Everything
Yeah,
is.
I honestly, I've like I periodically delete like social media off my phone, but
Yeah.
I more and more I don't re-download it except for like small things, just because I'm like I feel like like Instagram again is sponsored post,
Yeah.
ad, somebody I know, and TikTok is every single. And in fact, I didn't realize this, but it makes a ton of sense. Last time I was on TikTok, I accidentally left it on an ad for 2 seconds,
Oh,
and that was just enough
no.
fucking time for them to be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, she really wants this product,"
I
and
was just
I
like-
have not been able to get rid of it since. So
I was like, yo, you interested in this really weird sex pillow? Come on. You know you want the sex pillow.
You're getting
I
sex
did
pillow
get that.
ads? Oh my
Listen,
god.
it's fitness equipment because there's so much fitness stuff on there. There's hey girly pop, don't you want your summer bod? And then it's like, oh my fucking god, I can't believe we've been doing this since the 90s. Let's cut it
Yeah.
out.
And as it turns out, the entirety of like the female beauty standard was perpetrated by Epstein and his relation with like Forever 21 and Pac Sun and shit.
Yup.
It sucks. I've been getting a lot of videos that are like showing pictures of like Alicia Silverstone in the 90s and then people being like, they thought she was fat back
Yeah,
then. And she's
I remember
just,
that.
she looks great.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's wild.
Yeah, that's horrifying. Well, I think it's a big reason, which I don't know if you do this either, but it's just like I'll look at pictures of myself when I was like 25 and I was like, oh, I was fucking hot as hell and I hated myself. And
Oh yeah.
I was super skinny too.
Yeah.
And I was like, I
You
just
guys
like,
were-
oh my god.
You guys remember
Oh.
19, 20-year-old Aaron? I was fucking hot, and I was just like, that guy, I would
Yeah,
beat the
that's
shit
why
out
we're
of that
friends.
guy today.
I know.
Yeah, I had
I've
no
got.
idea.
I still have it on a hard drive, but I have a photo that I took of me shirtless when I was my most muscular, and I was
Mhm.
like 26, around that same thing, and I was like, yeah, I look great, but fuck, did I hate myself? I hate that exact same feeling. It's just
Yeah.
like I was in the worst place mentally possible, and like I've put on a little bit of weight over the past couple of years, largely due to drinking, and
It happens.
I'm just kind of happier with it. You know, sometimes my boobs jiggle when I walk down the stairs, and that's fun for me.
Hey, we love jiggle physics. Just jiggle physics
Absolutely.
all the way.
Absolutely, we do.
Yeah, I had something very similar. Like, there's a picture, like, I used to like have it like as like an inspo photo. It was like when I was at my most fit, but I was like, I had like either an exercise addiction or very close to it because I was just like, oh well, I'm not fit enough. Like, I'm still got XYZ, but I'm just like, oh my god, our beauty standards have been like this, and now that we have like the fucking GLP-1 and all of that, it's
Oh
getting
God, I mean,
wild again.
Yeah.
And all the Ozempic stuff, people look terrible. I'm just like,
Well,
you know what?
what's
Have
been
you
bothering
seen-
me is like the biggest GLP-1 advertisements I've been saying is like at my local mall, and it's Serena Williams like as their I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be thinking Serena Williams used to look bad. What world do I live in?
What the
It's
fuck?
like it's like no, like one of the greatest athletes in the world. I don't need her to be skinnier.
Correct. Yes.
Well, and this is I've seen pictures recently of Kelly Osbourne.
Oh
And
yeah,
have you seen any recent pictures of her? It's a
I have.
skull. Her
Yeah.
face is
Mhm.
just a skull. And it's like, no. And I'm watching other celebrities go down that same route. And it's
And
like,
you know there's something coming with that side effects wise long term. Like
It's so new. They
There's
don't
n-
know the effects.
there's
Yeah.
there's no way
Absolutely.
there's not going to be some fucking horrible thing that comes of this.
well, and speaking of like skeletal, um, I'll go back and I'll watch like some of my old TikToks from time to time, from the time when I was at my most muscular, and I look gaunt. I look
Yeah.
Mhm.
unhealthy around my face. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and one, I hated myself, but two, I thought I looked fucking great. And then I see those
Mhm.
photos back and my eyes are all sunk in. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I look terrible here.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's especially bad. Like kind of like Bree were saying, like especially in fitness and workout things, like people who get into bodybuilding or any kind of stuff. Because I've been in those worlds before. I'm like, this, like, look at all the big name people who have ever done the sport. They're all dead by 40.
Yes. Mhm.
Like their heart gives out. They do way too many performance enhancing drugs and stuff like that. They're putting shit in their body. They don't know what it is. You're not meant to be that dehydrated for that
Yes.
long,
Well,
and like that, like that's what that is when you see like the stuff from bodybuilding competitions. It's just like they are not healthy right now. They
Yeah.
are dehydrated. They're at the weakest they're probably ever going to be when they look like that. It's just like that's not good. And like people injure themselves all the time trying to push heavy weight. Like I don't go the gym nearly as much as I used to. I'm trying to get back in a little bit, but it's like
Mhm.
also one of those things where it's just like, you know what? I don't need to try and go back and bench press 315 again. Like I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna work on my mobility and my ability to move around, and like I don't need to have like a pulled hamstring or sprained knee every like other week or anything like that. It's just like I just need to
Mhm.
more or less just be even keel is all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I would say our pelvic floor issues, a lot of those people have extreme pelvic floor issues. So it's just
Mm.
like, which like, yeah, they might be super strong, but like they can't, they piss themselves all the time. Like it happens, and I'm sure you've seen like videos and heard things about that. Like your your body is not meant to do those things. Like it is not worth it for the
No.
vanity of it all. But obviously our society continues to validate that. And I like on a very similar note, me and my partner were trying to start food tracking, and not for like a weight loss thing necessarily, mostly like fueling properly. And I had to go through so many food tracking apps because all of them told me to eat 1,200 calories a day, which I'm just like, that is not
Fucking
enough
what?
calories for my body to function. And I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have the like knowledge and like I have the knowledge that like one like I am an athlete. I do an athletic sport. So
Yeah.
1,200 calories a
Absolutely.
day would fucking kill me.
N-
And I see it
no.
all the time. Like people who don't have that knowledge, you're like, oh well, I guess if this app told me to, I
No,
guess that's what I have to eat. And
absolutely
then they go to the
not.
gym and like pass the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I can't believe we're still doing this shit. And it's still and this was my Fitness Pal, like all of the major ones, all of those recommended because of my height and fucking oh my god, what is that measurement thing? Oh, BMI. They're like, oh well,
Mm.
yeah, you're 5'3", so 1,200 calories a day. I know, eat shit, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Anytime I hear anybody say it's like, well, your BMI is like, go fuck yourself.
like
Yeah.
immediately no,
That's how I
discounted.
feel about
I'm-
IQ.
Yeah, no, I've like I keep bouncing around because you know my health insurance keeps changing, and so I keep on having to find a new primary care constantly of who will take my insurance. And like
Mhm.
every time it's just like I already know I'm not gonna come back if like the moment there's just like, well, according to your BMI, you're obese and everything else like that. It's just like I could bench press your entire car. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
It's just like, was my blood work good? It's like, yeah, no, everything looks good. It's just like, how about all of my vitals? Totally fine. It's like, cool, and I feel fine. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. The strain that is being put on people to be attractive.
Hmm. It's a bummer, and it gets worse all the time. And I feel like we've talked about it in quite a few podcasts. But I'm like, it's still the fact that like our fitness industry is just perpetuating all of that all of the
Yeah.
time. I
Yeah.
constantly have students who are only like, it takes them years to show up to my studio for the first time, or they apologize to me for how they look or how weak they are, and I'm just like, this
Mhm.
is like they're trying to do the right thing, and like not the right thing, but they're trying to like find fitness that works for them, and they have been so beaten down by the
Yeah.
fitness industry
Yeah.
and our society being just like, well, you're too fat to try and be fit, so get fit enough first, and then you'll be
Yeah.
allowed to go into a gym. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's like not able to lose the weight to do bodybuilding, go into powerlifting and cause a bunch of injuries or all this kind of stuff. Like constantly putting them into bad habit. Like the fitness industry requires an extreme.
Yes. Mhm.
Is always
How
kind
it
of the problem.
operates.
It requires an extreme in some place, and it shames you for not being able to achieve that extreme.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where it's just like, dude, like
Absolutely.
it's more like it's just like, dude, like the entire point of fitness is to be able to live your day-to-day life. That
Yeah.
is
Yes. Like you
what
said,
it is.
To
mobility.
be able
Yeah.
to stay mobile.
Yeah. It's just like
And, you know.
you're having issues getting out of bed. It's like, okay, we need to figure that out.
Yeah.
Let's see what makes it easier for you to get out of bed in the morning. It's hard for you to go up and down stairs. It's like, all right, let's get you to a point where the stairs aren't a problem anymore.
Yeah.
Just help with your daily life. It's just like you don't need to.
You don't need to look like Kumail Nanjiani
Yeah,
as a man.
you don't. Yeah, you don't need to do that. You don't need to deadlift 500 pounds. There's no reason for that. You're never going to be in a life or death situation where that's going to help you.
No.
Mhm.
Also, I love Kumail Nanjiani. He's the one who gets the most flack for getting like super muscular for a Marvel movie, and that's why I
Right.
threw that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because he was just like he went from doing Silicon Valley and like being like every man tech bro type character to, shredded, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
He did it for the Eternals, right? Which is like so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Right.
What a waste.
Like one of the worst movies.
I got ripped for this.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, that was
no.
also the thing that made Chadwick Boseman's passing so tragic, because like I was just like, dude, he was dealing with cancer doing those movies. Those are fucking hard movies on you physically,
Yeah.
especially to maintain
Oh,
that
God,
kind of
yeah.
physique while you have cancer. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was wild. I don't
I
know
forgot
enough
about that.
health.
Bummer.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, sometimes I remember that Chadwick Boseman is dead, and I'm just like, fuck, man, that sucks.
Oh God.
It does.
There's so many people that should be dead right now, and it's he's not one of
Right?
them.
But
It's
What's
never
his
the word you
name?
want.
Any
Anyways,
ideas?
Yeah. Would you like to go on record and say which person right now you think should be dead?
Look, I'm just saying, when it happens.
When it
Also that.
happens.
I just like obtusely. I just think some people maybe need to have like an agonizing heart attack where they just are alone in a room, choke on their own vomit, like just like the most agonizing slow death as a karmic, end to their
Yeah.
life. Not anyone in particular.
But-
Just I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah, but not every dictator can be Stalin. And that's really a shame.
Yeah,
Look, a little bit of cyanide goes a long way. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, hypothetical situations.
Yeah, completely hypothetical.
We're just
I'm not-
goofs and gaps over here, just silly comedians.
Yeah. What's that Trevor Moore skit about the White House and things you can't say?
Oh yeah, it's just like, so actually a sniper would have a perfect alignment to the White House actually from the building.
Yeah. Oh. But I will say we are all just funny comedians. We do all meet under a bridge on Thursday nights, and the password is Six Semper Tyrannis.
That's actually the motto for my state.
Love it. Snaps.
I wish
Snaps
we
all
had
around.
more of that. I wish we had more of that actual energy going into some stuff. But
Right?
Yeah. Hey, TSA is getting paid now, I think.
That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
good. We
TSA's
did love that.
and they didn't raise funding for ICE in that bill.
But they'll
So
be hanging
that's
out on
And
the
the
nice.
state
airport
was not
still.
passed, so
Uh.
yeah.
Can I just
And
say
they all
all
look
the
like big dumb losers.
dude? Every time I
They're
see a
fucking nerds.
every
Now that
time
they
I
can't wear
see
masks.
every time I see like ICE photos of ICE people, especially the ones who are like in malls and airports now, I just look at them and it's just like, you really did just get random trolls off the internet to fucking like
Yep.
staff this police force. Like it's just like I would.
Unfuckable losers.
It's like no.
Yep.
I was just like, God, I would bully you so hard, even if you weren't wearing
And
the
you
ICE
should.
uniform.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I was in DC the other day, and like, God, the police presence is insane right now.
I bet.
Like,
Iran's been making some threats, and so I'm sure the everything's up.
oh yeah, no, like, and DC is almost a ghost town comparatively. Like, it's just like the streets should not have been that empty at like 6 p.m. on a Thursday.
Mhm.
Like, I should have been like white knuckling just to get out of there, but it was fine.
Yeah. That shows you that things are going well for us right now.
Mhm. Absolutely.
I did hear I've seen a few different videos where Iran has said that they supposedly have said that they are going to hack in and delete all of like the Americans' credit scores. And I'm like,
Please,
oh,
please,
no.
please, fucking do it, do it, do
oh,
it.
no.
Do it, do
That
it, do
would
it.
be terrible.
Oh no! But our financial system.
Shucks.
I love how predictable Trump has gotten, where he's like, anytime the market is open, he's like, yeah, we're reaching deals, we're doing great, it's gonna be whatever, and the market closes, and he's like, bomb him again, bomb him now. Well, the market's closed, and it won't affect it.
Oh my God. What a nightmare. We have so much more of this.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. But hey, vote for Gavin Newsom in 2028.
Oh God! I don't
Oh
wanna
my
think about
God.
it.
I'm like, can we? Yeah, jeez.
I don't even
mean-
want to think about it.
Someone who has vocally said he won't support trans people and openly hates the homeless population. Yeah, he's the best one. And we all just need to accept that right now.
That's the best
Years
Democrats
out.
have to offer. It's either him
yeah.
or Kamala. Cool, thanks.
I'm still
Oh,
trying to
no.
recover from. I'm still trying to recover from 2016, guys.
I am.
You gotta give me a break.
Yeah. And you bring up Kamala. I am so sick of hearing about her. I am so
Me
sick
too.
of hearing.
Stop trying to make her happen. We don't want her. So
No.
Even Hillary
really
got the hint eventually.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and
Oh my
Hillary
God.
didn't run on as much of a conservative platform as Camilla did.
Which is insane for Hillary.
Right? Right?
What are we doing?
Oh.
So, and
Like,
listen, we can
when
have nice things.
When
We have
I
to throw
think
on
moderate
Mamdani.
Democrat, I think
Yes.
Clintons.
You're right.
They are Republican light. I don't know what you want.
Yeah.
Quit trying to make them seem cooler than they are. They're not.
They're not. Oh, did you see that clip of Clinton in the Epstein thing where they're like showing him pictures from the Epstein files and he's like
Oh yeah.
full blown reminiscing. He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
smiling, looking
the
at
good old
them.
days.
And then his lawyer snatches them away and he snatches them back.
God, I
He's like-
wish. Man.
Uh,
I wonder if they get to do those depositions.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've been in some crazy ones lately. So.
Yeah.
oh my
Any good
goodness.
stories?
Just bits and bobs there. I've had a lot of cancellations lately.
A lot of extensions.
Yeah. Or just people not showing up to court. That's fun.
Oh,
Hmm.
don't they usually put a bench warrant out for that?
Depends on the situation. It's civil.
Oh, okay.
And civil procedure, they'll just throw out your case or give you a ruling on judgment. But criminal cases, yeah, they'll put on a bench warrant.
Okay, so you're telling me that every speeding ticket that I got, I had to show up or get a bench warrant, but these rich motherfuckers get to just have it thrown out? Or am I confused?
You're confusing the difference between civil and criminal. Civil is somebody else is suing you for something, and if you don't show up to your thing, they'll just render a judgment against you.
Oh, okay.
So basically, they'll make you pay whoever says you owe them money.
Okay.
Fun.
Well, I'm glad I screeched that conversation to a halt.
It's all good.
In other good news, we were talking about this before the show started, and I know all three of us wanted to circle back to it. Sora AI is dead.
Thank God.
Oh, we love it.
It is.
I love it
see
so
it.
much.
Best news of the last few weeks.
Yeah, maybe it means I could actually find work again. Who knows? Let's see.
Right? Hey.
Man.
I'm so thrilled because I feel like Sora especially was one of those, like, even people I really liked and really admired, like, and respected, and I didn't want to unfollow them, but they were reposting Sora AI videos, and I'm just like, guys, like, I just like, and like, a lot of like, one of the biggest ones was like, I follow the Paw Project, which is trying to make declawing cats illegal in the US because it's illegal literally everywhere else. They were reposting their videos all the time because they would have like cute cat videos on there, and I'm just like, guys,
just take a few minutes.
Yes.
If I even like suspect an inkling of AI, I'm just like, I'm gonna just go ahead and scroll past it.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
It has gotten to a point where it is not immediately recognizable for me, but there is always something that does tip me off at some point in the viewing where I'm like, oh shit, no.
So it's either something in the viewing, or if it's something that I'm seeing for the first time, I especially kind of wait to see if there's like patterns elsewhere. Like especially with like on like places like Instagram where there's a lot of like, you know, AI generated images and like comics and stuff like that. Where it's just like if I see something that's using the same art, quote unquote, style, it's just like, okay, this is the latest homogenized AI looking thing, and I can clock it.
And Instagram is bad for AI generated content, and hopefully the Sora dying will like curb some of it. But yeah, it's bad on Instagram.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I don't think there's been a platform that's been clean, to say the least.
Yeah.
I would say like the one that's at least willing to like openly share stuff criticizing it is YouTube, and even that's not great right now.
I was going to give them a little credit because I will say at the very least, they do seem to label it a lot better than I've seen most places do it.
Yeah.
I think we had this conversation before, but I'm like, I love lo-fi playlists, and all of the lo-fi playlists on YouTube are AI. They're not taking them down, but they do have to disclose that they are AI.
Yeah.
So there is like a little blurb at the bottom that says like partially or some of this was generated. So at least, but you do have to look for it. So if you don't know to look for it, it's very convincing because they have like a lot of like, it looks hand drawn, so that shit pisses me off, but I'm like, at least there are markers of it now. Small credit.
Yeah, my TikTok, I do get it from time to time, but it is much more rare than any other platform that I'm on. And I think that's because I trained my algorithm better there and I have, thanks to everything that's going on with like the ownership of TikTok, I have resorted to using Reels more than I used to. And my Reels are starting to look more like my TikTok algorithm. And sometimes I'm actually at a point where I'm seeing videos on Reels before I see them on TikTok.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
I've definitely weaned off TikTok a lot, and I've definitely been more Reelsy lately. And like even with you, like I see you probably more on there than we used to be on TikTok at this point. But yeah, it's a sad day when Zuckerberg has the better platform.
Yeah. But they did just end end-to-end encryption with their messenger,
which is so stupid.
Yeah.
Like
so
that's the whole reason you bought WhatsApp. Why are you suddenly anti end-to-end encryption, asshole?
Yeah. Well, Meta is also behind all of those like age verification bills that have been pushed forward.
Well, yeah.
You know, fuck Meta. But
I fuck all of them.
they did lose $80 billion on their metaverse project, which
Yep.
is very nice.
Yeah. And there was a case recently where they oh my gosh, they were able to sue a couple of companies about showing that it's addictive. I don't know if either of you heard about this, but it's a pretty historic case. Somebody
Oh
won a
yeah.
lot of money to like prove that it's all of these platforms are addictive. And I
Yeah.
think that's gonna hopefully pave the way for something. I'm not sure what, but
Hopefully.
I mean specifically to teenagers, and I'm just like, I agree. Like I just like
Oh yeah.
it is so predatory where it is right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It's like it is frightening where we're heading in that direction. So I'm really hoping that that case does something because it's
Yeah.
just like all of us are living the worst version of our life because and I feel like we say
Absolutely.
this all the time, but like my phone I hate my phone more than
Yeah.
anything in this world.
Yeah.
If I could throw it into the fucking ocean, I goddamn would because I hate that I have to have it. And I think all the time about like downgrading or something like that because it's just like it is every feature on the phone is has an addictive like bit to it,
Yeah.
and it's just like what
Yeah.
are we doing, guys? Like it's not even there's no purpose anymore except to take
Also
my
hold
attention and money. So
also holds
Yeah.
you hostage in some ways, especially for people who like, you know, an odd call work situation like me. Is like I like for my job, I'm not allowed to not have it on me.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I can lose a day's pay if I don't respond to my phone, like in a
sure.
like within 10 minutes.
Jeez. Well, and
Yeah,
we
and the
were
job
talking
market's
about
not
this.
good. It's not like you can go somewhere else. So it's
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
like
it's not
that
like
exactly.
you
you
have
Oh,
can
trust
to
me,
just
like
find a job right now.
oh yeah, trust me, unemployment is horrible and most job postings are ghost jobs anyways. So it's just like
yeah.
Yeah.
that's also another fucking huge problem. It's just like that's one thing where I'm just like, dude, like there's gotta be somebody who's gotta like lead the charge on making this shit illegal. Like you can't just like have a job postings up that you have no intention of filling your company.
For AI
And they
training
really.
too. I've heard a lot of that, which is
Oh yeah, that's
insane to me because
oh
like
yeah.
that should be criminal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been doing that for AI training. They've been using it for uh all sorts of shit. But it's just like one of those things where it's just like, dude, like, and like I worked for a company where like I got in trouble for talking to somebody. Like they were talking to me, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, are you guys planning on like hiring?" It's like I'm not aware of any hiring initiatives we're doing right now. And then the CEO of the company like talked to me. It's just like, hey, we're always hiring. It's like, but we're not. It's just like we're always hiring because of that idea. It's like we're a growing company.
Yeah.
It's like no, the fuck we're not. We lost all our contracts last year. You dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, and we saw a pickup of that after COVID, where so many companies like took on these like government grants
Yeah.
because they had to let so many people go. And then you find corporations being like, yeah, no, we're hiring. We figured out that we can operate perfectly fine with this number of people, but we have to legally say that we're hiring or else we'll get sued by the government.
Yep, that was a major kind of issue, and there was a hiring spree over COVID, and I think that's actually why like so many, you know, tech companies have like really leaned in the AI stuff. It's just like, okay, we had a big boom in home entertainment and all this other kind of stuff. We had to hire a bunch of programmers to build all these platforms and stuff for us. Now it's winding down. It's just like we want to keep the productivity, but we need to cut costs, which means let's hope AI does everybody else's job so we can fire all these people.
Yep.
And their gamble's not paying off for them.
No, it is not.
No.
And
I hope
going
that
back,
burst. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so do I. Evidently, the war in Iran is like pushing it to burst faster. Somehow, I don't know the economics of that, but that's what I've heard. But going back to like a conversation we were having before the show started, which was like the 180 of how like 2019 we wanted everything convenient and simplified, and now it's just let's get rid of this whole thing. I would still like social media. I want it to go back to what social media was like in 2011 before it was completely algorithmically pushed. And like I could be on Instagram for 20 minutes, get caught up, and then be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to watch TV now. I'm going to go do something else now.
Algorithmic
that just
feeds
doesn't
and
exist.
homogenization of platforms. Like, that's the thing. Like as soon as a new thing pops up, we have to now integrate it into our thing and apply our algorithm to it, and it's just horrible. It's just like, I want Instagram to just be photos of people I follow again.
Yeah,
Yes.
same.
I want only you're only allowed 140 characters on Twitter, and that's it. Like, that's all you get.
Yep. And Elon Musk doesn't own it, and it's not a cesspool for the worst people ever.
Yeah. It's just like,
hey, I learned recently that Blue Sky is allowing not safe for work content now.
Yeah, I was wondering when they were going to finally allow that. I'm just like, oh God.
You have to change
Pandora's
it in your
box.
settings, and you can't do it from the app. You actually have to do it from the website. But yeah, they're allowing it now.
Oh.
That's a weird choice.
I didn't know people were using that.
I haven't opened Blue Sky in a minute.
Neither did I.
It was one of those things, like, getting off of Twitter was just kind of like, I kind of don't want to go back to anything Twitter-like at all.
Yeah,
I never really loved the platform, to be honest. Like, it's just like, I'm like, it's inside thoughts. Keep them in there.
Yeah, I did love it for a long time, and then even before Elon bought it, I was like, why am I still on this?
Yeah,
why am I still using this? And so I had it, and then Elon bought the platform, and I was like, all right, this seems like a good time to jump ship.
Yeah, if you were a chronic shit poster, it was the best platform for that.
Yeah, which I am. Have you seen my TikToks?
Oh yeah, I know.
I think when I not that I ever was like into celebrity worship by any means, but I was like, I feel like I was on Twitter to like follow certain people I liked, and now I'm like, I am so
do I like
I'm
anyone?
not a fan of anybody. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I'm a fan of literally anybody, so I don't really care what any of them have to say. Like, I even like my follow list on Instagram. I genuinely think it's like my students, my friends, and like maybe a couple of like other studios, but it's like it's a lot less. Like, there are zero celebrities that I want to hear from. It's no wealthy people, because I find wealthy people so fucking embarrassing. So I'm just like, I cannot. I don't know why I would want, especially to have them type out something like their thoughts. I'm like, you're not capable of thought. Like, I don't want you to say things ever,
well, and that was kind of the novel concept of Twitter when it first started, because I remember, wasn't it like Oprah and Ashton Kutcher were like racing to 1 million followers on Twitter?
Oh yeah,
back in like 2009, something like that. And that was kind of the thing, was that like, if you liked a celebrity, you got to follow them and like get updates from them. And if you were a fan,
you had a certain level of access you didn't have before.
Yes.
And then the death of celebrity fandom anyway happened a few years ago, and now it's like, why do I want to follow a celebrity? Also, their Twitters are being run by interns. It's not actually them. And so even if I am a mega fan of insert name here, I'm not actually seeing their viewpoint, and most of their posts are just ads.
Yeah, it's also become just like a complete like risk of just like, all right, let's find out if this person who I maybe had any kind of respect for turns out to be a Zionist or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
and most of them are.
Most of them are.
That's happened quite, and like not even like on celebrity status, but like models and like influencers, like stuff like it's just like start like it's one of those things like, anyway, so this anti-Zionist thing, I was just like, fuck.
Oh yeah, well, holy shit.
I was just like, all right, well, like, let's take that one out.
We dealt with just in the last couple of weeks the death of incredibly shitty person and the worst meme to come out of 2010, Chuck Norris. And like, I saw so many people being like making Chuck Norris jokes and like making homages, and I'm like, you do realize that he was like an anti-vaxxer, was massively pro-Zionist, was like one of the people pushing that Obama was an illegal immigrant. He was a horrible fucking person and not somebody worth your goddamn time.
Yeah, wasn't he also like involved with the RNC during both of the Trump, like all the Trump campaigns in some capacity?
So, yes.
Yeah, no, he did some big campaign with the RNC, and he also did a campaign with the NRA right after a bunch of school shootings happened.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like right after Sandy Hook, he like did a campaign for the NRA.
Yeah, I thought he was already dead, to be super honest with you. My partner was like, "Did you hear Chuck Norris died?" I was like, I did not know he was alive. So
had a similar thing to that happen recently where like Charlie Sheen was on Conan O'Brien's podcast and I was like, he's alive?
Yeah, we talked
I
about
thought he died
this.
forever ago. Oh, did we talk about this before?
Yeah, we've talked about that.
That is fair though. 'Cause I was like, yeah, I haven't thought about him in a long time. I just assumed he was dead. So that's fair.
I thought the tiger blood got him.
Yeah, relevancy and death are kind of, close in hand in Hollywood, at least.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, anyways, I think that just about wraps us up. Any last thoughts on the future and what it will bring to us?
Okay. Sandy Bullock says that she doesn't know how to drive the Oldsmobile, but we are shown early in the movie that she drives her own car despite the self-driving. So how does that work? This is a joke question.
Was a stick shift? Because if she doesn't know how to drive stick, that would make sense.
I don't know if they showed that.
I would assume that the Oldsmobile was a stick.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah, there you go.
Mystery solved, everybody. We did it.
We did it. We solved the biggest mystery of the 1993 movie.
All right. Well, anyways, now we have to pick our homework assignment for next time, and it's my turn. So I have two options I have in mind. Both music related, one more so than the other.
Okay.
So I either want to do I want us to listen to the new Proto Man album.
Okay.
Or watch the Digimon movie.
Ooh, shit. Because people who watch the show wouldn't know, but Aaron, you and I have been to a Proto Man concert together.
Yep.
I love the Proto Man. I recently listened to that album. I can hold my opinions on it until we actually do it. But the Digimon movie.
I was like, I don't have a dog in this fight, so I feel like Seth, you're gonna have to be the call on this. Like, I was not a Digimon fan, and I have never listened to that band, so I trust your judgment.
Shit.
No pressure, Seth.
No
Yeah,
pressure.
put it all on me, like everyone else in my life. Fuck, I want to watch Digimon, man.
All right, we're watching
rad.
Digimon. We're doing Digimon. Let's go.
Digimon the movie.
All right, so we're gonna do Digimon the movie next time. Anyways, that is our show. I am TCK Media Productions on most platforms. We have the raccoon on herself, and that's F23, who maybe you can find shit posting on the internet somewhere.
I've been lazy.
And that's our show, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.